Jefferson High School Football Marching Band. We promise you fun and entertainment in the next few hours. You'll be glad you came. Now let the excitement begin with the traditional entrance of the band. This evening, the band and flags will entertain you with a wide variety of musical styles which we know you'll enjoy. The marching band is directed by Dan Fretland and Jeff Levine. The flag advisor is Sarah Serbaugh. The 2003 drum major is Pat Kelleher, and I'm your announcer, Scott Sealing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here is the pride of Minnesota in concert, the Jefferson High School Football Marching Band. I believe in the United States of America, a government of the people, by the people, and for the people, a democracy and a republic, a sovereign nation of many sovereign states, a union, one and inseparable, established upon the principles of freedom, equality, justice, and humanity. Therefore, I believe it is our duty to our country to love it, support its Constitution, obey its laws, and to respect its flag. To these principles, we rededicate ourselves this evening as we join together in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Please be seated. The evening's musical presentation will be performed by 180 young men and women from Jefferson High School. The musical history of this band dates back 33 years to the opening of our school in 1970. During the past 34 years, the musical experiences of this band and others which have preceded it have included 3 appearances at the Tournament of Roses Parade in Pasadena, California, appearances at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas, and the Alamo Bowl in San Antonio, Texas. In addition, Jefferson bands have toured Canada, Spain, Mexico, England, Hawaii, and the Dominican Republic. They have appeared on 7 different occasions at Disney World, being the first Minnesota band to perform there in 1972. The marching band is also featured at all of the Jefferson High School home football games and other school rally events. Later this month, the football marching band will be performing at the blockbuster Hollywood Christmas Parade as one of only 9 bands in the country to be invited. Look for them being broadcast on national television on Christmas Day. We are very proud of this group and their many musical accomplishments, and we look forward to many more musical successes from the pride of Minnesota in the years to come. This is the Jefferson High School Football Marching Band. The marching band opens this evening's concert with a dramatic Latin original. Here is your Jefferson Marching Band with Cans On. So tap your foot and sing along. Here are Mr. Fretland and the band with Mustang Sally. Next up is a popular tune from the 60s responsible for the British invasion on American popular music. Here is Mr. Levine and the band with one of the many #1 hits by the Beatles, She Loves You. Flags have been busy this season. This summer, they spent many weeks perfecting their routines and features. They also attended Flag Camp, where the group and several individuals received awards of excellence. Under the leadership of Captain Sarah Kuczynski, National Lieutenant Hushi Vang, and TJ Lieutenant Melissa Jerdingen, the Flags have had an extremely productive and rewarding season. We will now feature our flags in a Latin original by Santana. Here are the Flags under the direction of Drum Major Pat Kelleher with Evil Ways. Great job, Flags, and thank you for your hard work all season. Now, to get things really moving, here's the band performing an indoor concert favorite, El Cubanchero. The Flags are back with another pop music classic cooked up with some reggae seasoning. Here are the Flags once again with I Can See Clearly Now. Another job well done, Flags. Next, we would like to recognize our senior drum major, Pat Kelleher. Pat has had an outstanding year as the leader of the football marching band. His season began early this summer, where he participated with over 300 other high school students at drum major camp in Illinois. Throughout the season, Pat has dazzled audiences with his energetic high stepping, expert mace twirling, and acrobatic backbends. Please give a warm welcome and a round of applause to senior drum major Pat Kelleher. Hey, where did that pesky tiger go? Great job, band. The band program is very fortunate to have Mr. Jeff Levine on staff here at Jefferson High School. Within the school day, Mr. Levine is responsible for conducting the symphony band as well as the Jefferson Orchestra. Mr. Levine graduated from the University of Minnesota with majors in music education and jazz studies. For the past 5 years, he taught at Ramsey Junior High in St. Paul, where he conducted the band, orchestra, jazz band, and marching band. Mr. Levine performs regularly around the Twin Cities area as a freelance musician and featured trumpet player with the Vic Volare and the Volare Lounge Orchestra. Please give a warm welcome to our Associate Director of Bands, Mr. Jeff Levine. One of the most popular segments of our halftime shows is the featuring of one of our talented sections. Our first feature will showcase our trumpet section. Known for their screamin' high chops and big sound, here are the trumpets and Mr. Levine with Jim Dandy. Thank you, trumpets, and thank you, band. The next two numbers will feature our drum major, Pat Kelleher, leading the band in two more indoor concert traditions. Please sit back and enjoy as Pat leads the band through some of our choreographed, bleacher-pleasing favorites, the Wabash Cannonball and Hang On Sloopy. Pat, and thank you, band. The members of the Band Booster Club would like to remind you that we have refreshments available in the cafeteria during intermission. All sales proceeds come right back to our students through the funding of musical events. Recordings of tonight's concert are available for $12 at the table in the lobby. Our indoor concert recordings make wonderful gifts for family and friends and are a great way to document the 2003 marching season. CDs are being professionally recorded and produced by Natural Sound Recording Studios and will be available in 2 weeks for pickup in the band office. Reserve your piece of the pride of Minnesota today. Finally, our director and students would like to make you aware of a serious need present in our band program. The vast majority of school-owned instruments currently in use by our Jefferson band students are well past their prime, in some cases by 15 years, and you have the opportunity to help. Please refer to the insert in your program and consider a donation of time or money to our fine music program. During our intermission, parent volunteers will be happy to answer any questions that you may have at our fundraising tables. Jefferson thanks all those supporters who have already contributed to our campaign by making monetary donations or by purchasing our JHS line of apparel. And now, here are Mr. Fretland and the band once again with the rock and roll classic, What I Like About You. During this final selection before intermission, the members of our flag corps will be out among you looking for dance partners. This tradition has been maintained through the years for your participation, and we know you'll join us in demonstrating your polka skills. Here's the band now with music from southern Minnesota. Now grab a partner and dance to the Beer Barrel Polka. The drum feature was written by drum captains Tom Stiles and Emily Pugh and features all of the members of the 2003 drum line. Listen now as our very own Jefferson drumline performs a little something something. Thank you, Drumline. Great work. Our next selection proves how talented our band really is. Not only can they play well, they can also sing, too. Here is Pat Kelleher and the band with Hey Baby. Fretland and the band with a rock and blues favorite, Watermelon Man. Thank you, band. Next, we will feature one of the loudest, most confident, and most talented sections in the band, the low brass. Always playing out with a big, rich sound, here are Mr. Levine and the low brass with Russian Sailor's Dance. Throughout the 2003 season, our feature twirler, Caroline Stanek, has thrilled audiences with her exciting routines. She's a terrific performer who has risen to the challenge of representing the band with dazzling displays. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our feature twirler, Caroline Stanek. Here is Caroline and the band with Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. Great job, Caroline, and great job, band. To continue our program, we have drum major Pat Kelleher leading the band again in a classical masterwork. Gioacchino Rossini wrote this piece for an opera, but it reached its fame as the theme for The Lone Ranger. Here are Pat, the band, and some special guests with the William Tell Overture. We would like to bring out our talented saxophone section to be featured in a Blues Brothers classic. Here is our largest section of the band, along with Mr. Levine performing Gimme Some Lovin'. We would like to take a moment to introduce you to Dan Fretland, the Director of Bands at Jefferson High School. Back for his second year at Jefferson and his fifth year in the Bloomington School District, Mr. Fretland is in his sixth year of teaching, having previously taught in Albert Lee, then at Olson and Valley View Middle Schools. Mr. Fretland received his bachelor's degree in music education and trumpet performance at the University of Minnesota and is putting the finishing touches on a master's degree in music education from the University of St. Thomas. In addition to his role as a high school music educator, Mr. Fretland is an active freelance trumpet player, giving private instruction and performing regularly with the St. Paul Chamber Orchestra and the Minnesota Orchestra. Mr. Fretland is thrilled to be working with such fine people and musicians here at Jefferson High School and looks forward to many more years with the Bloomington schools. Please give a warm welcome to our Director of Bands, Mr. Dan Fretland. And now, here are Mr. Fretland and the band with yet another Blues Brothers favorite, Shake a Tail Feather. Please welcome our talented Flag Corps back for one last flashy display of color. Here are Mr. Levine and the Flag Corps with Hey Pachuco, a tune considered partially responsible for the resurgence of swing music in the 90s and a smokin' fast number heard in Jim Carrey's comedy, The Mask. Take it away. When we prepare for the annual Children's March. Members of our Flag Corps will be helping out with this part of the program, and you can be assured that your little ones will be well cared for when participating. We encourage all of the young boys and girls under the age of 8 to come to the stage to be part of this evening's program and to lead the mighty Jefferson Marching Band up close. Children who would like to participate should proceed to the back of the auditorium now, where you will be met by our drum major and members of our Flag Corps. Participants will also receive small gifts from the band for your grand debut. It's also been brought to my attention that there are several Jefferson Marching Band alumni here in our audience tonight, and at this time, if we could have all of those alumni stand up. Thanks so much for coming back. While the children are still moving to the rear of the auditorium, Mr. Fretland will conduct a song that was a big hit at the homecoming show, one last Blues Brothers piece for your listening pleasure. You know, you'd think that with all these Blues Brothers tunes we're playing, hey, look, it's the Blues Brothers live and in concert. Here are Mr. Fretland, the band, and the Blues Brothers with Soul Man. And now it's time for the Children's March to get underway. From the rear of the auditorium, led by Drum Major Pat Kelleher, our annual Children's March. Kids, take the stage. you kids. We hope you had fun up there. We certainly enjoyed watching you. As our young conductors return to their seats, we would like to share some of the exciting things that the band will be involved with during the remainder of the school year. On December 16th, all of our bands will be featured in the annual winter concert. In addition to performances by each group, all 3 bands will combine to 200 members strong for the traditional mass band ending. On the 11th of January, the concert band will perform with bands from Valley View, Oak Grove, and Olson Middle School, Kennedy High School, and the Medalist Concert Band at the Bloomington Band Festival. All of our Jefferson bands will be featured once again at the 34th Annual Pops Concert on February 6th and 7th. Tickets will be available in the band office by mid-January. You won't want to miss our talented music students performing at their best throughout the year. Please call the band office for more information. And now, please enjoy as the band performs Peter Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture, complete with cannon shots. And now, to close this evening's program, here are Mr. Fretland, the band, and featured piccolo soloists Rachel Denny, Andrea Bonicato, and Missy Hubbard with John Philip Sousa's The Stars and Stripes Forever. all of the arts in your community. Music is a part of all of us and is capable of touching all of us. On behalf of Mr. Pretland, Mr. Levine, Ms. Serba, and the entire Jefferson High School Football Marching Band, this is Scott Sealing saying thank you for coming and good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2003 Jefferson High School Football Marching Band.